You're on the Darkcity Radio, BDcoded, and we make a little half an hour more to talk about what Sean Hross was saying. Pharaoh Show, Egypt in present time, Octagon, Switzerland, and many other subjects about what is going on. A lot of symbols, I have to say, since I watched the videos. I also looked a little bit around in my own city to see the different symbols that are still present. Like, of course, in the aristocratic houses. Before it was just some aristocratic rich people who had some houses. But if you look to the different symbols they have, and how they are implemented since so long time, and how they are respected in the community, and so on. There's definitely something going on. I mean, I never took this relation also since from Egypt, like to the present time. But you can ask yourself why we have obelisks around the world, why we have all these symbols on huge building, why they have 8 columns on a justice building here in my city. Why? Why they have it everywhere? Why almost every justice building is done with the octagonal symbol on it? Pyramids, all this Freemason stuff, because the Freemasons are the ones who make the building. Exactly. I mean, that is Freemasons are the ones who build the city so they can put it in a shape. There's also another 4-hour video about all the symbols that surround the world. Also, even on large scale, like also in of course in Washington with all the White House, Pentagon, and all these things. There's a lot of even pyramids. If you take even to the Long Island and so on, it's like different pyramids, so on. I don't know exactly in every country how it is. I saw that. Myself, I saw that very much stuff is really the same in the whole world around. It's only because I flew around in airports all around the world, and from the airport to cab, hotel, everything is same. So how are you going to organize the whole fucking world without saying that you have no new world order? Same like the Peru, Peru president to overfly Europe and they close just airspace. You cannot say that there is not a world government behind that all these things. There's definitely something way more controlled than I mean, we have to be with today news. We have to be quite ignorant to say that there is not something going on way beyond our local politicians or even national politicians. Agreements even from Switzerland with all what is going on, how they lay down in front of America. And America is just, there's a video out also, it's also on Sean's YouTube channel, that Obama is, how you say? Bowing in front of the king of Saudi Arabia. So he's bowing down. I can put out this video later. It's just amazing how the power structure is really built and so on. Of course, the presidents are puppets too. But just to see that even the Americans are all set up because he is bowing in front of the Saudi Arabia king. It's quite funny, but they really do it. So the New World Order that Sean is really talking about is definitely something that is or what they try to build up maybe also. It can like also Darren was saying that of course we're giving power into something that maybe don't even exist, and just because
Have we just lost our jabber? We have, haven't we? I bet he's talking to himself. He doesn't even know he's gone.
He has problems with his connection, I think.
Yeah, he did start to break up a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jan, what do you think of it all, bro?
That's very interesting. There are a few things I don't agree with, but most of the stuff he's telling is very interesting. And Switzerland has been a well-kept secret until now. Sean Hross has really put the what do you call it, the limelight on Switzerland, and I don't think the power structures like it. So that he gets attention from the police and the Justice Department there is, it's logical to me.
Yeah, I've kind of heard that. It's a bit tyrannic the way that, compared to the UK. I mean, a lot of people think it's quite bad here, but apparently it's a lot worse on how the authorities impose their opinion on people. How people are, like you say, I'd be an immigrant in Switzerland. Everyone's an immigrant unless you're Swiss-born in Switzerland, from what I can gather.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think if you get to a point or something where, you're in fear of your life and you can't go out of your home and you've got children there, I'd look for a different career. Not because I'm a coward or but I don't know. It's just doesn't work for me, that. What good does it do us, at the end of the day, living in that much fear?
He's a political dissident. Or, as I like to say it, a dissident serf.
Must be an awful position to be in.
Oh, yeah. It makes your life quality very substandard.
Yeah, like I say, I've been, I suppose what you would say, abducted by the police. I've been imprisoned. No charges have ever been brought against me. I've never been sectioned or put into a medical fraternity. Just so before Norman jumps over me, I think it was Norman in chat. But yeah, I haven't yet jumped to the conclusion that it's. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole as far as Sheen, is it? Has gone.
Sean, S-E-A-N. That's an English name, I think, Sean.
Yeah.
I spell it wrong all the time.
Oh, you're back, mate. We were just filling in for you.
Yeah. The police are fucking with it.
Yeah, I suddenly have a very bad connection, but maybe it's the kids who are watching movies on the internet.
Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe you're broken up again a little bit there. So, yeah, I know it goes on, me. I know it goes on, but I don't know. I can't seem to jump from the secret society of the Masons, which actually aren't secret anymore, because, everybody knows about them. We know
society with secrets, and not a secret society.
Ah, right, a society with secrets. So what are their secrets, Jan? Do you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what is a secret? Prove there is or isn't a secret. It's like proving a negative, isn't it? Trying to prove something didn't happen.
No, you have to take a blood oath when you're in the Freemasons to keep secret. So that's no secret.
Yeah, I took one of them when I was 11 with Alan Stevenson, my mate. But
yeah, but it's little.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a lot of it. You grow up. Saying that, some 20 years later, he was my best man at my wedding. We were always really good mates all the way through. I haven't seen him for years, but if I bump into the guy, you know what I mean? We're mates. But I'm not going to go mutilate people in far-off lands just to satisfy my friendship. It just seemed a bit.
You need a psychopathic nature to go that far, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it breeds it. I mean, but like, what my point is, like, they're not very secret, are they? You know, for a society with secrets, they're not very good at keeping it undercover. People have broken that oath against them. You know, the churches do it, don't they? The Catholic Church are really well known for it. The Masons are well known for it. But again, I'm not convinced. I mean, I know the bully boys. I've had it myself when we took the land here. You know, the police came and raided my house and under, you know, false warrants and looking for smoke coming out of my chimney, Jan. That's why they entered my house under Section 17, because smoke coming out of a chimney puts people's lives at danger. I mean, my question, the only question I had was, where is smoke supposed to come from? If you're having smoke, where can smoke come from and be safe?
Out your ass.
Out of the chimney. It's the only place where smoke can come out of. But apparently, if you've got smoke coming out of your chimney, they'll smash your door down because you might be at risk of having a fire.
Oh, that's a bad excuse, isn't it?
Well, I've had the fire brigade here twice trying to put my fire out. And I said, no, you can't come in. And they've got very... tried to use their authority, and I've actually said to their chief fireman, to the great amusement of his two co-workers, the other two firemen who were with him, I don't know what rank they were, but this was the chief. He said, "Are you refusing me access to your house?" I said, "Yes, if I let you in, you'll put my fire out." Because I have an open fire. Why would I want you to come and I've just lit it? Yes, for the first 2 or 3 minutes, you might get a cloud of smoke. Not even a cloud, and then it goes away. By the time they've arrived, of course, there hasn't been any smoke. On all 3 occasions. Like the last occasion, I wasn't here.
So you don't have a smoke-free fireplace?
On 2 occasions, I kid you not. No, there's no smoke comes from it. It's a solid fuel burner, a contained unit. So when you first light it, yes, you can get a little bit of smoke. But after that, no smoke. It burns. It combusts.
It burns clean.
Yeah, burns clean. So twice they've come, Jan, no word of a lie, to my house to put out my fire. And twice I've told them, no, I've let them come in when they've calmed down, put the fire axes away and the roses. I've gone, whoa, chill out, chill. And I've let them see, and then they've gone away. And eventually they came when I wasn't here and smashed my house up because there was smoke coming out of my chimney. Serious. I'm not making this up. It's the truth. So...
Well, what's the real reason for they want to go into your house? It's not the smoke from the chimney. It has to be because they want to look for other stuff.
Well, I've been told by...
it's like East Germany, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've been told by the solicitors who were involved at the time, because the third time they came, Jan, I wasn't in the country. I was in another country, and they came into the property, and allegedly they removed 96 cannabis plants. Which apparently they've been growing for 7 years. But they've been in the property 11 months earlier after an armed robbery here where local villains, or I don't even know if they were local. Well, I know where they live actually. They're in the Stockport area and North Manchester. I actually know who all of them now. After they come and my property was searched again under Section 17, people are at risk after an armed robbery where they broke in the night with torture equipment to torture me for my safe because I do aquaponics, and of course anybody who does aquaponics must have a skunk farm in their house. Of course the CID came after the police, and I went through the standard procedure here with the police, and I put complaints in, and my complaints were upheld. Of how the police reacted towards me. The police came into my home and assaulted me after they'd been rung up to come here and assist me. And that was upheld. And then they refused to take any information from my neighbours because they're Asian. That was their excuse. Apparently, if you are Asian and you're living in Ashton-under-Lyne, then your evidence is unsound. Seriously. And they found in my favour on that. I mean, they didn't actually admit that, as the police had said, and quote his words, "What the fuck do these packies know?" And that was how the police responded to the information being given about the car registration number of the guys that fled in. Because they were dressed as the police. The lads who raided my house were dressed as the police. So, yeah. Sticky mess they got into, didn't they? Because the head of police, the CID, asked me if I would endeavour to bring these criminals to justice. And then 11 months later, they came in and smashed my house up. Now, the hierarchy within the police, Jan, the police superintendent, the head of CID at Ashton-under-Lyne, were not aware of this warrant because obviously no warrant was ever issued. They'd entered the property under Section 17, people at risk. They didn't have a warrant to search or to look for anything. I'd just like to add, this was right after we took the land for the allotment action. And it is now known that the same firemen that came to my house, the police officers that came to my house, not all of them, but at least some of them, the police officers, the council officer, the council workers, all go to the same Masonic lodge. So, and I've been told by Richard Perry, solicitor in London, that this was a vindictive attack by the old boys group, Jan. So
of course.
Yeah. And very embarrassing for the police, I might say, Great Manchester Police at Ashton-under-Lyne. Incredibly embarrassing, because what are they going to do with me now, Jan?
You need to learn to behave properly, I think.
Well, it's too late. I've got the CID office. I've got audio and video, quite safe, of the police asking me to work for them, and then turning up and raiding my house for doing what they'd asked me to do.
Yeah, it's a funny world we're living in.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't actually think, and Lee said this on a number of occasions, and I kind of subscribe to that point of view. I don't think there's a conspiracy. I think it's just like, you know, they do deals for one another. Oh, we'll teach him a lesson for you. All right, John. We'll go down to his house with a bat and knock his head in for you. You admit that's the kind of people we're dealing with. We're dealing with immature young thugs.
Yep.
Oh, is there a solution? Is there a solution to the fact that we have kind of got some hierarchical system within our society that tries to rule us with tyranny and persecution?
Use the word most people rarely use. No. Say no to people. No.
Well, I mean, do you think most people don't know of this nowadays? I mean, when I ask people, you know...
They don't say no to people who are supposed to be in a place of authority because they are wearing a costume.
Yeah, well, I've got their costumes, as you've seen, Jan. I mean, we've had a bit of fun with them. I've got, they were given to me by one of the Darkcity people. Their father was a 33rd degree Mason.
I was thinking about the police costume and the fireman costume and
the
doctor's costumes and stuff.
I think we should do a few Darkcity photographs, actually. I'm thinking about next time I have a court appearance to wear all my Masonic regalia. And then we can, and especially, I think there's about 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 of them with the sashes, everything, the whole kit and caboodle. And I think we should appear in court and wearing our Masonic regalia, the Darkcity Masonic Masons group.
Then they would throw you out of there. You cannot come in here and that.
But surely I could claim that as my religious regalia.
Yeah, sure.
They do.
Yeah, it's supposed to be religious freedom in United Kingdom, I think. On the surface, at least.
I'd just like to point out one of them, which is really ornately done at the front, and the front of the sash especially, and the codpiece, the codpiece they wear. Because I don't know if people are aware, but they wear that because the penis has to be out behind it. You have to put leather against the penis. I don't know if everybody knows that. But yeah, there's one of them And it's really nicely embroidered on the front with, a Christian cross, and it's quite religious in the way it's done. But on the back of it, the bit that is against the body, on both the codpiece and the sash, it's black with a red cross stitched onto it. This is not seen. There's 3 crosses on the sash, and there's 3 crosses on the back of the codpiece. Because obviously that's for rubbing the penis up and down on. Because, I mean, really, man, I don't think that's what they're there for, to be ridiculed. I mean, anyone that actually thinks that they are more mature by joining a little boys club where you can bully people financially, physically, mentally or emotionally, you really need to grow up. As a few people have said just recently, the barbarians are coming. Well, I mean, we've done 20. Are you back, Jabba? Have we got you? No. He did make it for the first hour, didn't he?
Let me have a look here. No, he's lit green on the...
Yeah, but he hasn't got an audio connection currently. Oh, there you go. It's right.
Did you fall asleep, Jabba?
Yes, I think that's what it is. We've bored him to death.
This is the fall asleep program on
No, my connection seems really to be bad.
Police doesn't like you talking about stuff.
Exactly.
Police are tweaking your connection.
Yeah, that is always a good excuse on the Truth Radio. Yeah, police, you said interesting subject and they cut us out, They always say that. You see the moment where they cut us out is good. Yeah. It was important.
No. It's O2T for you now.
No, I tell you what, with your jitter actually stable at 666, Java, I'd be very careful. And it was when you were saying that, you were on 669, 666, 660, 666, 669. Be careful. What you'd actually...
Fucking hell, you freak me out now.
You have 999 as an emergency number in the United Kingdom, right?
That's the 999 is the police number, yes.
And if you turn it upside down, it's...
Say again?
If you turn it upside down, it is...
999 upside down.
Yes.
That's right.
666.
No, it's not 666. It's 999 upside down.
So it's 666.
No, it's 999 upside down.
Okay, if you turn it 180 degrees on the horizontal axis, seen from the front, it's 666. If you turn it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if I take a clipper lighter and show it on its end, and you look down a telescope, it won't look like a clipper lighter. It'll look like something completely different. It doesn't mean it isn't a clipper lighter because it looks like something different. If I take a number 1 and throw it in the air and it spins round, nobody might be able to tell that it's a number 1. But when it lands on the floor, it's still a number 1.
I will get to my point here. Your subconscious doesn't see it differently. If either way it is written, it's the same for the subconscious.
Well, if I'm right within the numerology they use, and correct me here, Jan, because I've only got bits of knowledge on this. Then they only go up to 9, and there's 0 at the bottom, and it goes up to 9. So 999 would be 27, which is 9. 2 and 7 being 9. So that's 9, and 6 being 12, and 6 being 18, 1 and 8 is 9.
Yes.
So the numerological number, that's 666 or 999, is actually 9. They both be 9, whether it's upside down or not. The number is 9.
Yeah, but your subconscious doesn't see it as a 9.
Mine did.
It is.
Mine did, bro. Straight away. That's 9.
How do we call the 9? The shape of 9 after the octagon is the 9-tagon?
I'm not sure. that shape. Look it up.
Eight.
Pentagon is 5.
8's infinity, isn't it?
Hexagon is 6.
That is what we have to find.
And again, I don't know all this. It's just out of my conscience.
The five would be the David Star. I'm joking.
No, that's the 6.
3s and 5s, isn't it? The power of 3s and 5s.
Hexagon. A 6-pointed star is an inverted pentagon. No, it's a hexagon. You just take the.
Can I just point out here, when they started to do all this ritual magic, the numbers that we are actually using from 1 to 9 did not exist. They were completely different pictorial pictures than the ones we're using now.
Yeah, you had the Roman system before.
Exactly. And they went way back. This stuff's gone on. Ritual that they use to empower or disempower people, and that's what they're doing.
It's language as well. And it works on your unconscious mind. You have archetypes and stuff.
Nonagon.
Nonagon?
Yeah, in the 90s. The Nonagon.
I never heard of it. I have seen 9-pointed stars.
Lee
he's gone for a leak. Again. Did he say he's gone for a leak?
No, his connection is leaking.
It's good. Lee's just put in the room. If you need to understand this, look at the numbers 3, 6, 9. And yeah, in numerology, it's something you look at. But also 2, 3, and 5 is really important to look at. Far more important than 3, 6, and 9. This is the one there they shy us away from a hell of a lot. They really do.
77 is an occult number as well.
5. See how my consciousness did it? Straight away. You went 77, I went 5. Yeah, because it is that simple. I mean,
7 plus 7 is 14, and 1 and 4 is 5. You're right. Yeah.
Is it the Kabbalistic teachings, Jan? They use the tree of life, and that works on the 9 points.
Yeah.
2 triangles and a square.
No, the Kabbalistic 3 is 3 pillars with I think it's 10 spheres on it.
No, that's not. That's not the one I'm looking at. It's from the Kabbalah, tree of life.
That is why 11 is an important number, because it's a number over 10, which is maximum. So then you're divine. If you think, it's 6 stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy who did it. The power of 2s and 3s, 5s. But yeah, you can actually look at your. You can look at that. Are you wanting to get in there, Lee?
Yeah, just wanted to add that about the 10s being the maximum. That's not quite true. The 10s are repetitive of the 0. 9's the maximum number.
No, but in the Kabbalistic
is the maximum number. I'd look at it completely the other way. Within my hierarchy, many people's hierarchy, and who was it? Oh, I can't remember. Rubbish with names. But the Joker in the pack used to be considered to be 0. Yeah, in the old tarot is 0. And the Joker is the only one that can interact with all of the families, all of them, wherever their hierarchy is. So it was Crowley. It was Aleister Crowley who actually made the Joker the head of the pack, not the bottom of the pack, where 0 becomes supreme. Because 0 exists between all the numbers.
Yeah, but take a look at this. You see the Kabbalistic tree there. It's 10 spheres, right? Yeah. So 11 is...
I've got the book in me.
It's no 11 sphere here. So that if you think you are godlike, not human, then 11 is 1 above the 10 in the Kabbalistic tree. So very easy to understand it, really.
That's really weird, man. Because I can see 15 spheres.
No, it's 10.
I know.
And you have Da'at, that's 11.
But
you see, it's not...
4 realms, which are around them, aren't they? Which are the larger ones, which can incorporate the realms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see them straight away.
It's esoteric stuff, it's sick. Doesn't make any sense.
To who? Well, those spheres could be, again, within that, can be seen as hearts, clubs, spades and diamonds, modern day, or what would have been discs, wands, clubs, and, discs, coins, cups, coins, swords and clubs, or clubs could have been known as wands. So there are your families, the four predominant families. Those four predominant families can also be seen as the social dramas that we're often to play out. The oh poor me, the intimidator, the aloof, and interrogator. So 4 social dramas and 4 families. And then we've got, you're saying 11, yes?
Yes.
Well, that's the lower arcanial pack of cards, isn't it? There's 12 in their families. So yeah, numerology was one of them things. Even as a kid, it's just gone click, 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 and the arguments I got into at school over it, and then in later life, actually ending up doing mathematics for the schools to do which was a bit weird, which is a little bit weird. So yeah, it's just I suppose how we look at it, how we interpret it. Because that is also a mirrored image, isn't it, of what we're looking at?
Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
It is a mirror image, isn't it? There is a lower and a higher realm to it, and what we're actually looking at is the same thing repeated.
And you have as above, so below and stuff.
Exactly. So the 11 spheres are not 11 spheres.
No, it's 10 there. The 11th one is hidden. It's not. It's outside.
There's 5 above and 5 below, and as you say, the 11th is hidden.
Yeah.
Which is actually is the reflection of them both. It's neither in the light nor in the dark. It's neither above nor below.
Yeah, it's like in. I understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the spiritual people call it beyond the veil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The power of the chessboard is in the lines between the black and white squares, right? It's not being on the black or on the white, but if you're in between.
Yeah.
You're on both.
A great friend of mine once said, some people play black, some people play white, other people play gold and cheat.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I kind of go with that. Like you say, man, the power isn't the black or the white. It's the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they can get us to play on their board by their rules, then they win every time. Now, I haven't got an issue with people winning. What I've got a problem with is people losing. That the systems are actually, perhaps in their time, worked really well. You know, when the Kabbalistic system was put down, I suspect it was a very good idea for its time. But now we're in the 21st century, and this kind of stuff is very low level. I mean, the only way they can empower it, and this is my opinion, of course, is by getting people to focus their energy on it. And if people are actually focusing their energy in sheer terror and fear, that's exactly what these people want. They lower the vibrational state, so we keep animals in a disgusting manner. We treat women as subservient.
They wanted to keep us in the lowest chakra.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. But you see, what actually happens is we become depressed.
Well, yeah.
This is where they fail. The system fails. It actually becomes counterproductive to them because you become more and more depressed. And as you become depressed, then also does the knowledge that you contain. It gets smaller. This is like suppressing your files, compressing your files on your hard drive, and now you've got more room, and that's what happens. The system's dying out. It's dying out. It's fading away, and all they can do now to keep it alive is get us just to focus on it and be scared of it.
Yeah, they want to keep us in anxiety.
Exactly. Yeah.
On the subconscious level. That is why they have all the psychological warfare attacks through media all the time. Scary stuff in the newspapers and in the news every day. Bang, 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 bang. They are ramping it up because they are losing control. It's not working as good as it used to.
No,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. There is, like I say, for me, now, there is no head of the beast. There is no head of the beast.
There is, but they are losing it.
No, I think they lost it a long time ago, Jan. I think they've been getting us lot to focus onto them as that they have got the head of the beast. No, they haven't. No, I sincerely, well, I hope I've got this right. And hope's not something I use very often. But if there is an evil or a monster as a part of our psyche that is destructive, then we've all got a little bit of it. All of us. It would be shared out equally. Nobody'd be more psychopathic than somebody else, you know. So, and if we focus on that, we can deal with it. You can deal with your bit of evil, if you like. I can deal with my bit of evil, if that's the right word. I mean,
yeah, but most people don't want to look at the dark self.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Read Carl Jung; he's very interesting.
I've heard about him. Yeah. I don't know anything about the guy. Like I say, I haven't really read. I've not really read books. The only reading I've ever done is so I can learn how to do something. No, that's the only kind of reading I've ever done in my life.
You have
books, but they are literally. I can tell you the books I've read.
You have a text-to-audio program on your computer.
Yes.
Yeah, I can send you one. Carl Jung book is not so very long, and you can just make the computer convert it to audio. You can listen to it. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, do you know it?
I think it's called The Undiscovered Self or something. It's about 180 pages.
Like I said,
one day to listen.
I can do it in short spells, about 45 minutes. I can do it, but for me, when I'm reading something, it's almost like I connect to the author through what they were thinking when they were.
Oh yeah.
Rather than what the words are saying. And
that's a magic about books compared to the moving pictures.
Oh well, you're gonna like this magic then, and I've done this with a few people. With manuals, with engine manuals, and I've put my hand on the book, not even opened it, and I've known what to do. Seriously, man, number of occasions. It just comes into my head. People have gone to get me the book, and I've looked at the book, and I've gone, oh, it's all right, I know how to do it. And I've done it. So I get there is a magic within that. It really is, and where you allow your mind to go. There is a magic of some description. There's an energy of it, like I say, connecting to the author rather than to the casting of the words, which has now been written. It's almost like summoning up a dead person. And, it's a bit rude, isn't it? It is weird. It is a bit odd that I live in an environment where I have to use these letters and symbols to express my word, which is really artificial. If you think we would have spoken it. I mean, one of the earliest texts in the Veda. You'll have to excuse the listeners. Will have to excuse my poor northern translation. But this is there was in the beginning there was the word. And this is the first pollution of that word. And there will be many more pollutions to come. Because the word isn't written.
Exactly.
It's spoken.
Yes.
And when we write it down...
That's a corruption. Everything written down is fiction. Because it's colored by the personality of the person writing it down. Real information gets communicated... by sounds, by speaking face to face under four eyes or whatever. That's the only real way to communicate, I think. Everything else is corrupted.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, hang on. Shh, stop talking about him. He's back. Are you back, Jabba?
No, yes. What you say? Missed everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
You were talking about...
I call the show BDcoded Pharaoh Mason Numbers or Not.
That's that's a good one. We were talking
All
about Carl Jung, and he went to the university in Basel. Actually, found out the other day. Yeah.
And Jan's convincing me to read some Carl Jung.
I have to take a phone call. I'll be back in a few.
Okay, man. So yeah, Jan's convincing me to read some Carl Jung. I don't know what he's trying to do to my consciousness now, but yeah. So I might do that. I might just have a look at a bit of Carl Jung, see what he's got to say for the world. So Jabba, you've got to get on you. Yes, it says you're not there. This is the beauties of live radio. Oh, hello, are you back with your 2000 and something jitter?
Yeah.
Right, well, should we wrap it up then, Jabba? Yeah, well, I think we can take Jabba's silence. I don't know, Chris Sparky's still with us. What's your internet like, Chris? Do you want to chip in? No, we've just lost Jabba completely now. So, yeah, we are talking, and we have been talking about the Octagon, and this was Babylon Decoded on Darkcity Radio.